and you'll be able to see all the results and progressions for the finals as we see this third heat of the under-12s mixed races get underway, and Karaya on the inside is making a strong start as expected, as is Sandringham on the outside. We see in Pitchageenaway a clean change amongst the best of them so far. Springvale on the inside is charging away and has run a very, very strong first couple of legs. Caulfield on their inside is running well also, but it is Karaya in lane 1. Keep an eye on them as they are running quickly around that final bend as they make the last change, but it is all Sandringham at this stage. Wangaratta running a good race also. Sandringham and Caulfield will be a battle of those two teams, and Karaya on the inside. Let's look at these athletes as they charge towards the finish line. Sandringham will take out the win, followed by Caulfield, Karaya, Mentone, Wangaratta, Geelong, Springvale, and Werribee. I think I got that right. So that rounds out our under-12s. 3 heats of the mixed relays, mixed 4 by 100 metre relays. So a few more till our lunch break. We've got our under-13s, under-15s, and under-16s. All these races coming up. Sorry, under-13s will have 3 heats. The 14s, 15s, and 16s will only have 2 heats of the 4x1s mixed. So over to you, Kim, to read out the competitors of the under-13s.
Thanks, Michael. So we're up to event 29 again. Like Michael mentioned, it's the under-13s mixed 4 by 100 metres. In heat 1, lane 1, Nuttawading B. Lane 2, Oakley. Lane 3, Sandringham. Lane 4, Doncaster. Lane 5, Diamond Valley. Lane 6, Geelong. Lane 7, Ballarat. And in lane 8, Croydon. The competitors for the mixed under-13 4 by 100 metre final. Oh, sorry, heat. Getting a bit anxious here. You mentioned finals before, Michael. Not sure it was the finals you were mentioning or lunch you were mentioning that I was actually becoming more excited about. So we'll just prepare while the athletes get their blocks ready. It does look like our third change box is ready as well, which is great. And a good vision there of our tent city on the back straight, which is predominantly taken up by Knox. They were out here nice and early, so it is a case of first dibs, and they've done well. So the event is off and racing. It's actually off to a nice clean start. It does seem to be that Geelong out there with a convincing good start there. We are looking at the fastest competitor in this particular race coming from the region event, being Sandringham in lane 3. So we'll see how they move up a lot across the field. But at this stage at the moment, it looks like Ballarat out there in lane 7 off to a convincing start. At some really cool changes as well, like nice and clean. Sandringham are starting to move up as well. And we'll just capture them as they get to that. So there we go. Sandringham, Nuttawading, Ballarat for the 3. Doncaster, Geelong. Diamond Valley moving up as well. But it does look like coming down to line. Ballarat look like they're going to take this one out. Ballarat, Sandringham, Nuttawading.
That was Geelong, Diamond Valley, Doncaster, Oakley, and could have been Croydon there to round out that field.
Thanks for that, Michael.
You're welcome, Kim.
And we're looking into now heat 2 of the of the mixed under 13s. 4 by 100 metres. In lane 1 we have Geelong. Lane 2 we have Keilor. Lane 3 we have Diamond Valley. Lane 4 we have Werribee. Lane 5 we have Coburg. Lane 6 Mentone. Lane 7 Shepparton, and in lane 8 we have Knox. That's your second heat of the under 13s 4 by 100 metre event. Okay, looks like we're in the starters' hands now. Fastest seated time comes from lane 2 and lane 1. And also 4 as well. So they're the ones we're going to look out for, and even possibly 8. So bit of a mixed field here. The ones to keep an eye on. But we'll do our best to keep you in touch with who they are and as they come into their change box areas. Okay, so we're off to a nice clean start. It looks like we've got Werribee's moving up there into that first change nice and convincingly. Outside in lane 8, Knox also. So Knox and Werribee at this moment are the ones to keep an eye on. Keilor as well moving up on the field as well from lane 2. This next vision should give us a better idea. So Knox, Werribee, Diamond Valley, Shepparton even, and Keilor. It's a nice, tightly contested race, this one. We've got Knox and Keilor and Werribee changing first, even Geelong. So let's see how they come down the straight. We've got Geelong and Keilor on the inside 2, Werribee in lane 4. Knox in 8. And Diamond Valley in 3. In that order, Shepparton and Mentone bringing up the field for 7th and 8th.
Coburg was somewhere in the mix there as well. Maybe 6th. I would assume.
They did, yes. That might have been just before I pulled those last two. So apologies to Coburg, but yes, it was. We did anticipate that would be tightly contested to the finish line, especially between that 3rd and 4th change. It was really, really close.
So heat 3 of the under 13s coming up. Then we move on to our 14s, 15s and 16s, all 2 heats each for those guys. Tune in to LAVicResultsHub.com.au, the address that you see on your screen now. You'll be able to see all progressions to the finals of these events, which will be run this afternoon around 4 o'clock. So in lane 1 we have Caulfield, lane 2 we have Whittlesea City, lane 3 Essendon, lane 4 Wangaratta, lane 5 Berwick, lane 6 Coburg B Team, lane 7 Nunawading, and lane 8 Geelong B Team.
It's a polite way of saying delete.
And underway in the 3rd heat of the under 13s, mixed 4 by 100 metres, and in the middle of the field, Berwick again, the strongest start of all of them. Coburg on their outside running a pretty good race as well, as is Nunawading in lane 7. But is Berwick. Essendon in lane 3 getting away to a good start as well, and Wangaratta in the teal green travelling a number of miles to be here today. Essendon seems to be the best of the field at this stage as they round that final bend to go into their last baton change. Let's see if they'll get it away cleanly. And they do. So as Essendon into Berwick, Wangaratta will charge towards the finish line as well. Whittlesea City, don't forget about them. They are in lane 2 and they are coming home strong. But Essendon, Wangaratta, will Wangaratta take Essendon at the end? And a strong finish. Wangaratta, Essendon, Whittlesea City, Berwick, Caulfield, and Nunawading, Geelong to round out that field. Coburg were in there as well. So a very strong finish there. Essendon, very quick legs, but just the height and the power of the Wangaratta athlete getting it done there in that final leg of the under-13 mixed 4x100 metres. So Wangaratta will progress to the final pending any protests or disqualifications, of course. So check out Results Hub for any of those progressions. Now we move to the first of two heats of the mixed 4x1 for the under-14s.
So we're looking at event 30. In lane 1, we have Essendon. In lane 2, Wangaratta. In lane 3, Ballarat. Lane 4, Cranbourne, Malvern. In lane 5, Diamond Valley. Lane 6, Werribee. Lane 7, Corio. And in lane 8, we have Caulfield. They're your competitors in the mixed Heat 1 under 14 4x100 metre event. So the fastest competitors in the seated times will be looking coming from 6 and 7, which is Werribee and Corio. Running at the same region together, naturally you probably find that they will push each other around the track. Diamond Valley also in their region, as well as Wangaratta in 2. So Corio off to a great start. Diamond Valley also are in that mix as well, and Essendon in lane 1. So we'll see how they come around from this change here into the final straight and final changeover. Cranbourne, Malvern are also moving up through the mix. But Corio are out there as well as Werribee chasing them down. So we've got Corio in 7, Werribee in 6, Wangaratta in 2, Essendon in 1, Cranbourne, Malvern bringing up into the 5th position. But it's Werribee and Corio coming down to the finish line. Wangaratta for 3rd, Essendon... I've just dropped off Cranbourne, Malvern, Ballarat came through, and Diamond Valley over Essendon and Caulfield. That's your 8th place getters for the 4x1 in the under 14 Heat 1.
Good call, Kim, as they whiz past the finish line in some sort of blur. Heat 2 will be next on the track. So, competitors or teams in this next under 14s mixed 4x100 metre race. We have in lane 1, Albury. Lane 2, Kilmore and Districts. Maybe the first time we've seen them race today. Lane 3, Brimbank. Lane 4, Box Hill. Lane 5, Berwick. Lane 6, Bacchus Marsh. Lane 7, Cranbourne. And to round out the field in lane 8, we have Keilor. I think they've been in almost every race today, Keilor. Keilor, Geelong, Sandringham, common names in the Relay Championships. Big centres and always a force at the state championships. It will be good to see Keilor out on the track today. Kilmore and Districts, their first race for the day, I believe. We got very excited earlier on today when we saw Echuka Moama get the silver medal in the timed finals.
The quadruple silver medal, I think it was.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, amongst others. So I like seeing those country centres get up, especially they put a lot of time and effort into travelling to the championships. Not only the state championships, but sometimes their region championships can be quite far away. You say Northern Country region, that's a big area.
Exactly right. like you think of some of the more like Seymour versus somewhere like Lavington. It's still Seymour from Melbourne isn't a far distance, but going all the way to Lavington from Seymour is still a really big ask. So shout out to all those parents and the officials and the those that make it possible to run those events. It's all regions take some really dedicated volunteers, as do Little Athletics to actually get their week to week events running.
Yeah. Well, what region is Swan Hill in? Is that your Western country?
Western country, they
so
are.
So they potentially would have to travel to Warrnambool for a meet when they have their championships there. So that's probably amongst one of the biggest trips for a centre to take to compete at a region champ.
That's right.
So there's some big distances being travelled. And underway, the best of these seeded times will be from, surprise, surprise, Keilor out in lane 8, and they seem to get the first change away, although that's the only team we can see on screen at the moment. Box Hill running a strong leg, as well as is Berwick on the inside. We can see just coming in onto screen now, Aubrey in lane 1. The tall figure there, getting away a clean change. Bacchus Marsh just coming in on screen as well. Cranbourne, Berwick, they're all there. Caulfield is not there. It looks like Berwick, actually.
Box Hill.
We see Keilor on the outside and Bacchus Marsh. They are amongst the biggest players in this last leg here. Aubrey on the inside as well, making a charge towards the finish line, but it will be Keilor to take out the win in this second heat. Keilor, Bacchus Marsh, Aubrey, Berwick, Cranbourne, Box Hill, Kilmore, and Brimbank to round out the top 8 teams in the second of the mixed 4x100 metres in the under 14s.
Nice call, Michael. They were coming faster than you were even be able to say them, but you had it all rolling off the tip of your tongue. So congratulations to that. As we edge closer towards our lunch break, we'll now be moving into the first heat of the mixed under 15s 4x100 metre event. So that's event 31 if you're working off schedule. In lane 1, we have Springvale. In lane 2, Werribee. Lane 3, Shepparton. Lane 4, Croydon. Lane 5, Whittlesea City. Lane 6, Box Hill. Lane 7, Geelong. And Lane 8, Essendon. They're your competitors in Heat 1 of the mixed under 15s 4x100 metres. Fastest seated time for this heat is Essendon out in lane 8, closely followed by Box Hill in lane 6 and Whittlesea City in lane 5. They're your potential 3 to watch out for, who are 50 seconds or under. So without fail, Essendon off to a convincing start, followed by Box Hill in shot as well. And I'm sure Whittlesea City will come into view in a moment as we move to that. There we go. As we move into the next change, we're looking at Essendon, Box Hill and Whittlesea City. Don't forget Shepparton and Werribee. They're also in that mix there with some nice clean changes. Geelong, Springvale and Croydon. Heading around the top of the bend, it looks like Box Hill are going to take it first from that last change. Essendon, Whittlesea City really, really closely behind. Shepparton, Werribee, and the minor positions are there at the back. But Box Hill off to a convincing win here. They're going to run through the track in a close to 47 seconds. Whittlesea City, Essendon, Shepparton, Werribee, Springvale, Geelong and Croydon. That's heat 1 of 2 of the under 15 mixed 4x100 metre event.
So we're almost there, Kim. 3 races to go. And get to enjoy our delicious, is it Subway lunch?
Oh, Subway Championships, Michael.
Subway State
lunch.
Championships.
Don't think there's cookies, though.
Oh, no cookies.
Yeah, you can't have Subway without cookies.
Oh, no.
What
Well,
is going
I'll
on with the
pass
world?
then.
Yeah. No, we won't pass. We'll support
yeah, I'll
our
still have
sponsors.
the Subway.
We'll have the Subway.
I hope there's cookies. Maybe we'll be surprised. So, Heat 2 of the under-15 mix 4x100 metres. We have in Lane 1, Berwick. Lane 2, Keilor. Lane 3, all the way from Sale. Lane 4, Sandringham. Lane 5, Knox. Lane 6, Bacchus Marsh. Lane 7, Ballarat. And Lane 8, Nunawading. So, we'll be under the orders of the starter pretty soon. Keilor and Knox. 2 teams to go under 50 seconds in this event at Region Relay Championships. So I'll see what kind of battle they'll have. Their seed time's only 0.04 of a second, splitting the 2 of them. So it'll be Keilor in the black and white and Knox in the black and yellow in lanes 2 and 5 respectively to keep a keen eye on. Berwick has got a quick start on the inside though as we see them come into shot. Nunawading running well. Also on the outside, Bacchus Marsh is right there, and they have been a player in these mixed relay events so far. Ballarat on the outside running well, but Knox comes through on the inside in the middle of all of them in lane 5, and they're going to pass the baton first going into that final leg, and I don't think Keilor has made the start line at all in this race, so we'll forget about Keilor and look ahead to Knox as they charge across the bend into the final straight. Ballarat also running a strong race as well out in lane 7, but it will be Keilor into Ballarat. Bacchus Marsh running strongly as well. Sale and Berwick are a little bit further back, but it's a battle between Knox and Ballarat. They almost take them on the line, but it's going to be Knox followed by Ballarat, Bacchus Marsh, Sandringham, Nunawading, Sale and Berwick to round out the field of 7 in that second heat. So Bacchus Marsh has actually figured quite a lot in these mixed relays. Maybe a smaller centre, can't get these straight teams together, but have entered plenty and doing quite well in the mixed events.
Bacchus Marsh, Michael, and I know you probably see this a bit in the mix as well, are really great for promoting using their social media with athletes that have progressed onto other things. They spend a lot of time and they do a lot of work in promoting those athletes, whether it be football or other sports that they move into. Really, their communication channels or their media channels are really, really great. So credit to, I think it's Linda out at Bacchus Marsh that does a lot of that. Linda Thompson's great for that. She just scrolls social media, scrolls all the sports channels, and then she jumps back into her database and has a bit of a dig around to see what's there. So, yeah, great way. And obviously these athletes, you know, we can talk about this a little bit later, but the way that athletes can move on into other sports from Little Athletics and the foundations that running provides for them. So
absolutely.
We'll move into event 32, heat 1 of the mixed under the 16th 4x100 metres. In lane 2, lane 1's vacant. We have Terrelgan. Lane 3, we have Springvale. Lane 4, Keilor. 5, Dandenong. 6, Preston Reservoir. 7, Doncaster. And in lane 8, we have Knox. So we're looking at 7 starters. No lane 1 is allocated at all. So we'll be focusing on 2 to 8 in this race. So we're off to a clean start in this first heat of the under-16s. Looking at the seeded times, we have got Springvale out with Keilor as some of the fastest qualifiers. Also Knox, actually. Knox out there in 48.24 in their heat, in their region time. They have taken convincing lead, but Keilor is chasing them down along that back straight into that final, or to the third change. We've got Knox, Keilor, Doncaster with a bit of a shaky change. Springvale are up there as well. Closely followed by Terrelgan and Preston. So Knox with the final leg here. Keilor. Springvale. Doncaster, then Springvale for third. Then we'll have Traralgon and Dandenong. Congratulations to those competitors in that event, and I'll leave you with Michael now to call the final heat before the lunch break.
See, getting excited for that all-important lunch break coming up. Of course, check out lavic.resultshub.com.au for all the progressions for this afternoon's finals. After the lunch break, we go into more heats of the straight-aged and gender 4x100 metres. So Results Hub, check out the final results and the progressions for everyone. In this event, we have lane 1 missing. We have lane 2, Melton City. Lane 3, Berwick. Lane 4, Keilor B team. Lane 5, Ballarat. Lane 6, Cranbourne. Maybe for the first time, Cranbourne today. Lane 7, Whittlesea City. And lane 8, Coburg to round out the field. Ballarat A team in lane 5 could be one to watch. Once again, we see those numbers on the right-hand side of that start list in orange. They are the club numbers. Each club or each centre is allocated a number when they become a Little Athletics centre. So it marks the number or time that they joined the Association of Little Athletics Victoria. So Geelong, being the first club or the original centre, has number 1 on their top. Williamstown, for example, as number 9. They were the 9th centre to join the Little Athletics Victoria Association, become a centre. So I believe we go up to about 160 odd now. So that's what those numbers are on the side of the start list. As we see Cranbourne making a big charge in that first leg. First time we've seen them on track today, and they're making the most of their opportunity. But Whittlesea City has probably got the best of that second leg on the back straight as we see them charging towards that second changeover. Coburg running strongly as well, as does Keilor in the middle of the track in lane 4, and Berwick making the last of the changes in this second under-16 heat. Whittlesea City enters the straight in first position. Melton City, haven't mentioned them yet, but they are running strong. Ballarat on the inside of Whittlesea City, but it is going to be Whittlesea City to take out the second heat and automatically progress to the final later on this afternoon, followed by Ballarat, Keilor, Cranbourne were right there as well. Berwick, Melton City and Coburg to round out the field and the last of our races before our lunch break. So we will be having a lunch break for about 50 minutes to an hour. The first event after lunch will be at 1:47 p.m. with our straight age, straight gender heats of the 4x100 metres. So first up will be the girls under 9 4x100 metres at 1:47 p.m. So we're going to pause the stream. You won't see anything for a little bit, but we will be back just before 1:47 p.m. to tune in for the afternoon session, which will run right up until 6:50 p.m. tonight. So thanks everyone for tuning in the morning of the Subway State Relay Championships.